Hey guys, welcome back to another Aviation Neo trip report. Today is one I've been looking forward to for quite a while. I'll be flying the one, the only, Spirit Airlines, on board their Airbus A320-271NEO. I'll be trying out their relatively new Go Comfy class and seeing how this compares to their standard tickets. So join me on this short hop from Sacramento down to Hollywood Burbank Airport. Our journey starts here in Terminal B at Sacramento International Airport, where Spirit has its check-in counters. I do quite enjoy this check-in hall, as the architecture is pretty neat. It reminds me a lot of LAX Terminal B, which is not a surprise, given that this new hall was designed by the same company, Ventures Architects. Like many other low-cost airlines here in the States, Spirit utilizes mobile kiosks for passenger check-in and baggage self-tagging. I made my way to one of the kiosks and found the process to get my boarding pass relatively straightforward. But okay, let's talk baggage allowance. Normally Spirit passengers should expect to pay hefty fees for any carry-on or checked luggage. However, Go Comfy passengers are allowed one checked bag, one carry-on, and one personal item. I find this to be very appropriate for the given ticket upgrade. Frontier, however, had lost my bag on the last leg, so I had no luggage to check, at least not anymore. Here, I was given the tempting offer to upgrade to big front seats. However, I was set on reviewing Go Comfy and decided to pass this time. Boarding pass in hand, I headed to TSA, admiring the architecture of SMF Terminal B one last time.
You are traveling to the security checkpoint for all these gates. Welcome to the security checkpoint for all these gates. Please collect your belongings.
Man, I really hate these new windows with the little dots.
Welcome to Sacramento International Airport. Your first stop on your journey.
And here we go, airside, with just enough time to check the departure board. I'll be on flight 407 today, departing out of gate 11. And here's our aircraft for today. November 902 November Kilo. An 8-year-old Airbus A320-271NEO powered by two Pratt & Whitney 1100G geared turbofan engines, delivered new to Spirit in 2016. Boarding on Spirit is done in 5 groups. The agent at my gate, however, began commencing the boarding process so quickly that I did not notice at first. As a passenger in Go Comfy, I had access to Group 2 priority boarding, but didn't realize that the agent had done pre-board, 1, and 2 all in one go, hence the rushed sloppy footage. And here we go, boarding the affectionately known banana plane. Spirit's A320neos are laid out in a new 3-class configuration, with 2 rows of Go Big with 8 seats, 3 rows of Go Comfy with 12 seats, and 25 rows of economy with 150 seats. This particular aircraft featured the older style slimline seats with teeny tray tables. Seat pitch comes in at around 28 inches, and seats feature no power outlets or USB ports. However, the most notable perk of flying Go Comfy is obvious upon boarding. It is the blocked middle seat between you and potentially another passenger. Spirit has added a drinks tray here instead. Seat padding is decent, but nothing special. I definitely wouldn't want to spend more than 3 hours in these things.
With bolder handles facing the aisle and smaller items underneath the seat in front of you. Please be seated as quickly as possible.
I originally selected seat 4F for today's flight, but moved to 4A. Row 4 of the A320NEO offered me a great view of the Pratt & Whitney geared turbofan engines. Today's flight was rather empty at around 1/2 capacity, which would later explain the cancellation of this route by Spirit.
Before the boarding doors close, if you are seated in the emergency exit seat, please review the safety information card in your seatbelt pocket. Carefully read the exit row selection criteria and function on the back of the card.
One thing that continuously gives me a laugh is the size of these tray tables. They are just truly absurdly small. I would honestly prefer the extra legroom with them removed.
Take us maybe 5 or 6 minutes to get down to the end of the runway, but once we're airborne, you're looking at a 56-minute flight just from takeoff and touchdown. The reports we're looking at up front here, and all the pilot reports are saying it's going to be a smooth ride all the way into Burbank. But with that said, just pay attention to seatbelt sign boards, really green Fahrenheit. In the meantime, while we're doing what we got to do up front.
After being kicked violently by a baby in the seat behind me, I decided to move seats to the other side of the aircraft, as today's flight was fairly empty.
The boarding door will be closed. If you are seated in emergency exit seat, carefully review the selection criteria and exit seat functions on the back of the safety information card, and ask to be reseated if you do not.
Pretty soon, we were pushing back for an on-time departure from Sacramento on runway 17 left. Our route today took us southeast out of Sacramento, climbing to 35,000 feet before crossing over Yosemite National Park in rural Central California, and eventually turning south to make our approach down into Burbank. Total flight time today was 56 minutes. Shortly after takeoff, cabin crew began the in-flight service, which for most passengers consisted of all buy-on-board options. However, having purchased Go Comfy, a snack and a drink of choice were provided as part of the ticket price. I went for a ginger ale and some cookies. Overall, a very decent service for this short hop to Burbank.
You can only imagine all the places to go again. We do offer that online application for you all. Just ask a flight attendant for a promo code. Then when you're done, let one of us know. We'll bring you by that additional 1,000 free spare bonus points.
After enjoying the in-flight service and some great views of Yosemite National Park, I headed to the lavatories. Spirit has 3 on board, which is typical for any Airbus narrow-body aircraft. The lavatory was clean, with everything functional. I wouldn't expect anything more from a ULCC. And shortly after that, we began our descent into Burbank, California. After passing over Van Nuys, we made straight in for runway 08 at Hollywood Burbank Airport. And with an absolute smackdown, we had arrived at Burbank. I'll cue the video of that from my phone, which shows how truly hard that was.
Spirit Airlines would like to get the members and welcome you to Burbank, where the local time is 6:10 p.m. Please make seat with your seatbelt securely.
The cost breakdown of today's flight is on the screen now. And before you say expect hard landings at BUR, I ask you, should it be so hard to cause this? Why? Thank you. Overall, I quite enjoyed my flight today with Spirit. Their Go Comfy class option was, in my opinion, a great value for money. The baggage allowance was fine, legroom wasn't too bad, in-flight service was decent. I would even go as far as saying it was better than most Southwest flights. That blocked middle seat and included seat selection is where Spirit really won today. At $65, you just can't get that value for money at any other US carrier. That's all for today, guys. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to like and subscribe. I'll see you in the next one.